In this video, we will determine if you should pay charged off accounts. Okay, let's get started. Your credit score will be affected if you make late payments or miss payments entirely. Your creditor could charge you for late payments. Don't think it will go away if your bad debt gets charged to you. Charged-off debts can result in harassing calls from home or work, wage garnishment, and major credit score drops. You can get your credit score back on track by understanding what being charged off as bad debt means. What exactly is a charge-off? When you fail to make the minimum payments on a debt over a period of time, a charge-off is when your creditor declares it a bad loan. It basically means that the creditor has lost all hope of you repaying the loan and is now considering the debt as a loss in their profit and loss statements. Your account is closed by the creditor. This could include a credit card, personal loan, or credit card. If you fail to repay as promised, it will be charged as bad debt. After the creditor has written off your debt, they will either transfer or sell your account to a collection agency or debt buyer. Your credit rating will be severely damaged by the time you have your account charged as bad debt. Bad debt charges can be one of the most damaging items on your credit score. They can also have a lasting effect on your credit scores for many years. Is it possible to be charged and then have your debt paid? Your debt may not be forgiven if you are charged off. Do not be deceived into thinking that the creditor has discharged your debt. You are legally responsible to repay the entire amount owed as long as you have not paid your charge off. A company can still pursue collection even if it writes off the debt as a loss. You could be sued in court to collect the debt and garnish your wages. You are still responsible to repay the debt unless you agree to settle or file certain forms of bankruptcy. What time will it take for a charge-off to occur? Charge-offs are usually only possible if your payments are extremely late. Creditors first remind you about your past due bill when you begin missing payments. They will then move to collections if that does not work. Creditors are required to charge off the debt within 180 days. However, they can also charge installment loans after 120 days. Your account may still be considered a bad loan if you make fewer monthly payments than what is required. To avoid your account being charged, you must keep it current. Your creditor will send a negative report about your account to at least one credit bureau after your debt has been paid. The creditor may try to collect the debt by either sending the account to third-party collectors or selling it to buyers. What does bad debt being charged off affect credit reports? Because they are caused by late payments, charge-offs can affect credit reports. Fico research shows that even one late payment can have a significant impact on your credit score. It can cause a drop in your credit score of up to 100 points even if you make late payments on small accounts. This can lead to a 3-year recovery process. A charge-off is a result of missing payments. Both the late payment and charge-off are listed on your credit reports. A single charge-off can significantly lower your credit score, even if you have good credit. Your payment history can have a significant impact on credit scores. This is because 35% of your credit score is determined from late or delinquent repayments. Lower credit scores can lead to higher insurance rates, greater housing and utility deposits, and increased interest rates. What length of time does a charge-off debt remain on your credit reports? A charged-off credit card debt, just like late payment, stays on your credit reports for 7 years. If the debt is purchased by a collection agency or buyer, the 7-year clock begins on the day of your last missed payment. The charge-off amount will remain on your credit reports even if you pay it. The status of your account is changed to charged-off paid or charged-off settled. This remains on credit until the end of the 7-year period, when it will automatically be removed from your credit reports. What can you do to remove an unpaid charge from your credit score? Contact the creditor who originally charged you to get the charge-off removed from your credit reports before it expires for the 7-year period. A large amount of cash is better for your chances of succeeding. Be realistic about how much and when you are able to pay before you contact them. You have greater leverage to remove the charge from your credit reports if you are able to pay it in full immediately. However, you may also be able to ask them if payment arrangements can be made. The agency cannot remove the bad credit mark from your credit reports if the account was already sent to third-party collection agencies. To remove the charge from your credit report, you must contact the original creditor. The person who speaks to you must be authorized to do so. When speaking with creditors, be polite and professional and don't give any excuses as to why you haven't paid. Always get written confirmation if the creditor accepts the removal of the charge-off. How can you handle a charge-off situation? If you are charged with debt, the best option is to settle it and pay off the entire amount. Your credit report will show charged-off paid if you are unable to convince your original creditor to take the charge-off off your credit reports. This indicates that you want to solve the problem. To pay off the debt faster, you can create a budget if it isn't possible to do so. To improve your credit score, pay your other debts each month. What can you do to avoid being charged? To avoid any bad debts being charged to your accounts, take preventive steps. It is more difficult to catch up if you fall behind in your payments. Maintain positive financial habits and don't live beyond your means. Automating your finances can help you avoid missing any payments that could lead to you being charged. Contact your creditor immediately if you have any doubts about your ability to make your payments. Many companies will work with you to arrange payment plans that avoid charges, particularly if the company believes they will not be paid. Some creditors will offer hardship payments plans that allow you to temporarily pay lower monthly bills if you are in serious financial difficulties. Get control of your debt. Avoid situations that could lead to a charge being added to your credit score as bad debts. Never allow payments to be late and ensure that you pay all accounts in accordance with the agreement. You are still responsible to pay off any debt, even after it has been charged off. This may mean that you have to make payments to third-party collectors or buyers of debt instead of the original creditor. A charge-off will affect your credit score. However, you can improve it by making payments on time and paying any outstanding debts. There are many debt management programs available to help you get out of debt. You can also check your credit reports from each of the 3 main credit bureaus free every year to ensure that everything is correct and that all payments have been recorded. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. For a free moving quote from our awesome team, click the link in the description.